I totally forgot that I even took notes on this podcast episode that I listened to. And I'll be honest, when I first started looking at this, I was like, what the hell is this about? And all of a sudden I've remembered and I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. This is why I love doing these in advance because I I've already pre-planned God knows how many podcasts, up to past 700 episodes. It's episode 666 today. And I've pre-planned over 700 episodes. And so when I get to the episode, I'm like, I don't remember this. And so I need to read the notes. I need to revisit it. But that's good for me because it's almost like I'm revisiting it twice. So when I first hear it, and then when I'm doing the podcast as well, I'm like, oh my God. So I'm getting it twofold. I'm getting it first of all, and I'm getting it when I'm doing this, doing the podcast. And so when I was going through the notes, I was like, what the hell do I mean? What was I about? But this is really, really good. This is really good. And I know that I relate to, well, obviously I relate to this because I wrote it down, but I hope you will have some semblance of a relation. Well, you can relate to it in some way, shape or form. What is a snapshot you have given someone else? So we all give snapshots. So whether it be the dad in the street, whether it be the mum in the street, we all have a snapshot of that person. But the problem is that snapshot right? We're all judging people on just snapshots. And that's not really fair because a snapshot, a 20-second glimpse of somebody, a 2-minute conversation, even knowing someone 2 or 3 years, you gauge an opinion on them and you place them in a good guy, bad guy, you know what, you like him, you don't like him. But that's probably not fair because you're only actually seeing them in a very, very small sample size of their life. You may see them when they're not the best, or you may see them when they're their absolute best. And so it's called a snapshot. When you talk to somebody, you are getting a snapshot all the time, and you are building up that frame of reference, that frame of snapshots all the time. You are building more snapshots up. But the problem is, I think that we need to recreate that snapshot because we need to understand that people are doing the same to you as well. So not only are we doing this to other people are taking snapshots of us every single second of the day. When you're in public, you are getting judged. People are snapshotting you, how you talk to your wife, how you hold yourself, how you handle yourself, how you walk, the clothes you wear, how your hair is, the cap on your head, or whatever. Somebody right now is taking a snapshot of me. They're judging me because of his podcast. And that's not fair. But I understand it because I'm putting myself out there, so I've got no complaints about that. But that you're only seeing a very, very small sample size of me and my life. And I'm only seeing a small sample size of everybody else that I come across on a daily basis. But we are taking snapshots of everybody. And when I got thinking about this, it was really interesting because I've just bumped into somebody, a guy called Chris Elvage. I bumped into him at Centre Parks. Haven't spoke to him in, I would say, 20 years. And all of a sudden, I was in Centre Parks, and he all of a sudden I heard a Dina. I was like, what was that? And I was like, Chris Elvage. And I thought it was amazing the fact that he actually got out of his car and stopped and wanted to talk to me. It was brilliant. But the only way that we can judge each other is the sample size of the snapshot that we had when he was 10 years old. That is it. I haven't really spoken to him since then. Well, it's 20 years, 30 years. And it's incredible because he will be judging me. So he wanted to talk to me judged on who I was when I was 10 years old, not because we don't know each other. And I was judging him on what he was like when he's 10 years old. And so when you see somebody from the past, you are judging them on your very, very, very small sample size. And I've got another example here. When I used to work for my dad's company, they already had a preconceived snapshot of me. They had a preconceived idea who I was because I was the boss's son. And so I was never given a fair crack. And by the way, understandable, I get it because I have to work better than anybody else to get their respect. But also my dad had to treat me worse than anybody else to get everybody else's respect, how he treated his kid. And so I got it both barrels. But I was given a snapshot. People was judging me on the snapshot of who I was, who I was related to, not who I was. I was Dean, but everybody in the caravan industry always called me Rob's son. I was never Dean. Oh, it's Rob's son. It's Rob's son. And that used to drive me mad because I wasn't myself. I wasn't an individual. And so the takeaway, I suppose, is that it's okay for you to take snapshots of other people, but you've got to be aware that other people are taking snapshots of you. And I don't want to hold on to my snapshots of other people that I've even the people I've known for 5, 10 years. It's a very, very small sample size of their life. If they've lived 40 years and I've known them 20 years, I will have probably only known them actually really known them a minute percentage of their life. They've got a whole big, wide life out there that I have never seen them interact with other people. So the overriding message is, listen, we can't judge other people. We just can't. So tomorrow's episode is no one regrets the life back. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. Life battles tomorrow. I love that episode. Right. See you soon. Thank you for listening. Bye.